Okay, so welcome in the second part of this lecture number 7.3. In this lecture, we will include the derivation related to wave packet, and second, Heisenberg's uncertainty relation. So these are two topics for which some derivation work will be performed here. So in the presentation part, I have discussed in detail with this what is the need of this wave packet, and some calculation will be detailed here. So this requirement is requirement of this concept of wave packet is arise due to the requirement of this wave packet is because of when we consider the concept of the velocity of matter wave. So in previous lectures we have included the wave function psi, Schrodinger's wave equation to represent that wave function, but till now the velocity of matter wave, it is still unknown. So first of all, we will calculate the velocity of this matter wave. So in order to calculate the velocity of this matter wave, we will use that conventional process to calculate it. So conventionally, when we talk about the equation of a progressive wave, y is equivalent to a cos r sine omega t minus kx. This is a simple the equation of progressive wave, and in order to calculate the velocity of this progressive wave, we just take this phase term of this equation as a constant. So this omega t minus kx is taken as equivalent to constant, and we have a simple relation by taking the derivation of this omega dt minus k dx, this is equivalent to 0 after differentiation, and this implies dx by dt, this is equal to omega by k, where omega it is equivalent to, this is the angular frequency, omega is equivalent to 2 pi nu, and k, this is the wave vector, this is equivalent to 2 pi by lambda. So this dx by dt, it is represented by vp and known as phase velocity, because this is related to the phase of that particular wave. So this phase velocity vp is equal to, omega is 2 pi nu and k is equivalent to 2 pi by lambda. So this vp, it is equivalent to nu multiplied by lambda. This is the general conventional relation which we use frequently to consider the relation between this frequency, wavelength, and the velocity. This is actually the phase velocity. So first of all, we will try to use this relation to find out the velocity of de Broglie's matter wave. So let us use this to find the velocity of de Broglie's matter wave. So the velocity of de Broglie's wave, let us try to calculate. So first the phase velocity. So we will use the same formula here to calculate this phase velocity and put the value of frequency and lambda here. So for matter wave, we will have two relation, E is equal to h nu, the photonic relation, and E is equivalent to mc square. By comparing these two, we will have nu is equal to mc square by h. This is equation number 2, and from de Broglie's wavelength, this lambda, it is equivalent to h upon p, which can be further written as equivalent to h upon mv, where m is the mass of that particle and v is the velocity. This is equation number 3. Now we will put frequency, the value of frequency and wavelength here in equation 1 and get the value of phase velocity of a matter wave. So this implies Vp it is equal to, nu is here, this is mc square by h multiplied by lambda is here, this is h upon mv. So we will have these are cancelled, so c square by v, this is the phase velocity of that matter wave. So this is the velocity of matter wave. Now let us see the physics behind this. Since v is always less than c, the speed of light, this v is always less than c, so this vp will be greater than c, means the phase velocity of matter wave, phase velocity of matter wave, it is always greater than the speed of light, and this is not possible. So this is against Einstein's concept, and as well as that the phase velocity it is much greater than the speed of light. So let us see the physics behind this. If this is that particle, it is moving with velocity v, and this is that matter wave associated with this body, and it is moving with vp. If this is less than c and this is greater than c, then in the physics point of view, this is not possible, because as far as the definition of matter wave is concerned, this matter wave, this will be always associated with matter, it is always associated with particle. So we have to think some different point of view following to calculate this the velocity of matter wave. So we need a new concept, that is the concept of wave packet, by saying this is not possible to have a concept of matter wave as a single wave. So what is this wave packet? So this is that particle, this is moving with velocity v, and this is that matter wave which phase velocity which is going to which is now greater than c, and this is less than c. So let us think about concept that this particle is made up of so many small particles, and each particles are moving with a slightly different velocity because of its internal vibrational motion. So in place of a single wave, for the single wave we will have group of waves, and when all these waves superimposed, then we will get a big wave, and this big wave is known as wave packet. So wave packet is nothing but the result of superimposition of so many constituted waves, and this may be different shape and size, and depends on its wavelength and velocity. So let us have some calculation to get the proper equation of that wave packet. So by using law of superimposition, we can get a new formula, and then try to calculate the velocity of that wave packet too. So let us use the law of superimposition. So we have, this is the single wave, and the equation is y1 it is equal to a, let's say in terms of cos omega t minus kx, and second wave, this is another wave, and its equation is slightly different, that is a cos, and we are just taking a difference frequency omega plus delta omega t minus k plus delta k x. This is the second equation. So from law of superimposition, we have this psi, we have this y, it is equal to y1 plus y2. So we will get a big wave after superimposition of this. This is that big wave, this is wave packet, but the equation will be somewhat different. So y that is equivalent to a cos omega t minus kx plus that a cos omega plus delta omega t minus k plus delta k x. Now we will use some trigonometric function. So we have a formula for summation of two cos parameters, cos a plus cos b. This is equivalent to 2 cos a plus b by 2 and cos a minus b by 2. We will use this, as well as we have another term, this cos minus theta, that is equivalent to cos theta. We will use this, and we have a different combined term here. So by using these two identities of trigonometry, we will have this y is equivalent to 2a. So this is 2 and a is common, so this is 2a, and cos, so a plus b, this is a and this is b, so omega and omega, that will be 2 omega plus delta omega by 2 t. So the summation of this omega t is combined with this, and k will be combined with this, minus 2k delta k by 2 with x. This is the first term, and the second term, that will be a minus b, so that will be minus with minus sign. So this cos minus theta is equal to cos theta, so just I am writing with positive sign here. So this is cos delta omega by 2t minus delta k by 2x, minus sign. Since delta omega, this is much less than omega, and delta k, this is much less than k, so this implies 2 omega plus a delta omega can be written as equivalent to 2 omega, and 2k plus a delta k can be written as equivalent to 2k. So this equation can be rewritten as so this y can be rewritten as 2a cos, this is 2 omega by 2, so this is omega t minus kx, and this term will be same, so cos is equal to cos, and that is delta omega by 2 t minus delta k by 2 x, and this is the term. So this term is original one, as similar to the first equation, and this is that modulated terms, additional term. So the property of this wave packet, this is the equation of, one can say this is equation of wave packet. So this additional term, this is the modulated terms, which actually gives the properties of this wave packet, additional properties of that wave packet. And if you want to calculate, in order to calculate the velocity of wave packet, a wave group, we will take this omega t by 2t minus omega k by 2x. This is a constant, as similar to the our initial calculation for the phase velocity. So we will do the similar calculation, we will adopt the similar calculation method here, and we will again differentiate this. So delta omega by 2t minus delta k by 2x, this is constant, so x, it is equal to, just to differentiate this, so this delta by differentiating, this delta omega by 2 dt minus delta k by 2 dx, it is equal to 0. And we can further calculate this as this implies dx by dt is equal to delta omega by delta k, and this dx by dt, this is actually the that velocity parameter, and this is known as group velocity. Group velocity Vz, it is equal to dx by dt. This is equal to delta omega by delta k. If this delta t tends to 0, so this Vz, this implies this Vz, this is equal to limit delta k tends to 0, delta omega by delta k. And we know the definition of differentiation, so this can be written as equal to d omega by dk. So this is the formula for phase group velocity. So we have two different formula. One for phase velocity we are using for phase velocity, which is not applicable for that de Broglie's velocity, to calculate the velocity of de Broglie's matter wave. This is omega by k, and the group velocity, that Vz is equal to d omega by dk. This is the velocity of the wave packet. Now again, what we have observed, this Vp was greater than the speed of c. Now we will calculate the value of Vz by using similar method. So let us try to calculate the value of group velocity for the matter wave. So in order to calculate Vz for matter wave, this Vz can be written as equal to d omega by dv and dk by dv. This is some equation number. Let's say it is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now we will calculate d omega by dv and dk by dv and substitute here, and we will get this the value of Vz. So first of all, let us try to calculate this d omega by dv. So first we have to calculate d omega by dv. So we will start from this relation omega is equal to 2 pi nu, where nu is equal to mc square by h. This can be obtained from this relation E is equal to h nu and E is equal to mc square. By comparing these two relations, we have this frequency nu is equal to mc square by this, and m is a relativistic mass here. So this omega, that is equal to 2 pi mc square by h, or one can write this is 2 pi m naught c square by root of 1 minus v square by c square. So this is the term omega, and what we have to calculate, we have to find this value of d omega by dv. So just differentiate this d by dv with this 2 pi m naught c square by h. These are the constant, and we have 1 minus v square by c square to the power half. So by a simple derivation methodology, so this is the constant 2 pi m naught c square by h. Now this term will be multiplied by half, and the same term 1 minus v square by c square, and there will be one minus sign here, so minus 3 by 2, and then minus 2v by c square. This is successive differential method. I think students are aware of this calculation methodology, the successive differential method. So 2 will be cancelled out, and this can be, so this d omega by dv can be written as equal to, so this is now 2 pi mc square by h, and 2 is cancelled here, so this is v by 1 minus v square by c square 3 by 2. So this is minus 3 by 2 in denominator, that will be with plus sign. So this is equation number 3 or 4, whatever that number is. Now the second is to find out the value of dk by dv. So this is we can calculate now similar method by using similar method dk by dv. For this we will start from that wave vector k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. And again, since we are calculating this for de Broglie's matter wave, so we will put this lambda, we are taking this lambda as de Broglie's wavelength. So from de Broglie's relation, this lambda it is equal to h upon mv. So this k can be written as, this implies k can be written as equal to 2 pi by putting this mv by h, and one can further write this as 2 pi m naught v by h root of 1 minus v square by. So similar to that, the first one, here again we are taking this mass as a relativistic mass, and we have to calculate this dk by dv. So this is d by dv. These are the constant to m 2 pi m by h, and here 2 pi m naught by h, and here 1 v is also, and this is 1 minus v square by c square with half. And here we will use the multiplication method of differentiation, and I am not going to the detail of this, and students should able to calculate this. I am just writing here the result. So student have to use the method of multiplication technique, differentiation of the multiplication of two functions. So the answer is, the calculation is simple one, so I am leaving this calculation for a student. So this is equal to 2 pi m c square by h 1 minus v square by c square 3 by 2. This is equation. So this now we have Vz, it is equal to d omega by dv, and this is dk by dv. So by putting these two, all parameters are common, this is also common, so one will have this Vz is equal to v. So the group velocity is actually equal to the velocity of matter or object. So this is always associated with that matter, which is just the definition of matter wave. So the wave packet, concept of wave packet, and it is very necessary to interpret the velocity of matter wave. So this is the first part, and the second part is Heisenberg's uncertainty relation.